Good morning. It's Wednesday. um, it is St. Patrick's Day Eve. Is that such a thing? Can it be such a thing? I've been wearing, this is actually green, in case you can't tell. I've been wearing green all week. I have a cute shirt for tomorrow because tomorrow I have a class and I have even more St. Patrick's Day wear for it, and it will be on YouTube Live. The link has been posted. I can post it again in the comments so that you can join there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We are making 4 cards with the waves of the ocean. That suite is not in the catalog yet, and when it comes to the catalog, some of the pieces that we're going to be playing with tomorrow won't be included. So now is your opportunity to get that. I don't want to talk too much about that because I have 2 cards I want to share with you today, and I'm just going to jump in and hope that I can talk fairly intelligently while I stamp. So today, I told you, it's about spring, and we are going to be planting. So next week is my March card club, and we are featuring the Plentiful Plants in that class. Now, the Plentiful Plants is from the annual catalog, and it is a bundle. It's actually, I guess, a whole suite. Let me see if I can find it. Is on page 81, so it's on page 81 of the catalog. Right, 80 and 81. So here are some samples. Love these samples. And then here is the stamp set, and then you get a picture of the dies as well. So here are all the dies, and they cut out the stamps coordinate. So all of these stamped images, all of these images have dies that coordinate, and then in the designer series paper, the dies coordinate with some of these images as well. And actually, one of the cards for the class next week, we are going to use die cut images from the paper instead of the stamps. But today we are stamping with it, and then we're going to cut it out. So I'm not so sure I'm talking intelligently yet. Don't see anybody joining us just yet. I hope that you like this 9 a.m. time for going live. It works pretty well in my schedule, so selfishly, that might be why I selected it. Alright, so I'm going to put this 5-leaf stamp on a block and the 3-leaf stamp on a block, and then we need this little sprig on a block, and we need our pot on a block, and our greeting. So our greeting choices are: thank you, for a dear friend, love you, you touched my heart, you were there and I'm very grateful. I love all of these, but what I would need, well, I don't know what I need most. I'm going to think about that for a minute. I'm not going to put anything on a block just yet for the greeting. I've got a piece of gray granite cardstock, and this is cut hot dog style is what we call this, or some people call this, and it is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, but I'm actually going to turn it sideways. It's going to open this way. Then I've got a piece of cinnamon cider, a piece of the designer series paper. This brick is one of my favorite patterns. This cinnamon cider is one of the colors that is retiring, so it's kind of cool, guys. Don't miss out on that. Get it now, because they're going to be all the parts of the colors are going to be gone come April, and by that I mean the cardstock, the ink, the ink refill, the designer series paper, the In Colors designer series paper, and such. So you should act now if you want to get it, and you do. All of these colors, I love them. I've been looking at them now for 2 years. My grid paper is a daily reminder of these colors. I'm usually not that fussy, but that bothered me for some reason. This card will make it to the blog this afternoon. and there will be a recipe with the directions. Hopefully both of them will, the two that we're making today. All right, we're going to just adhere this down to the gray granite card base. And I'm just looking now. I think I shared with you a trick before where you can take so I work with grid paper all the time. I cannot line up anything without it, and it's questionable how well I do with it. But I've got this piece of, so I could use this as a ruler to figure out how far down I need it to be. So there's a 1/2 inch, there's a 1/2 inch. So I'm trying to do this the easy math way. So roughly, I can put this down across at the 1/2 inch mark, and then glue this down and get it pretty straight. And this glue is like the old dippity-doo, you know, a little dab will do ya. Oh, that was such a bad pun, wasn't it? How did I get glue on my finger? Okay, so that looks kind of high to me. See if I can slide it down. I can always pick up glue after the fact with one of these little eraser tools, but I can't reach for right now because I've got glue on my finger. What I just transferred it to, but I just transferred it to something. All right, then I can put this piece down like so, and I'm going to use dimensionals on it. So we're just building a few pieces up before we do our stamping and die cutting. And I'm actually just going to put one on the top and one on the bottom. This is a piece of the Designer Series paper. It has kind of this marbled effect on one side. I just love it. If you are interested in the card club for March, it is not too late to sign up. You actually have until Sunday the 20th to sign up and participate. You can either join us next Saturday the 26th in person, or you can get your kit to go. You will need the bundle if you are making this on your own. You'll need the bundle at least to make it the way that we're making it. Now this piece is going to go here, but I'm not going to put it down yet. We're going to go ahead and do our stamping and build it up, and then we have these little hearts, and I wasn't sure which size I needed. I should mention we are casing a card made by my friend Celine. Oh my gosh, I almost said Celine Dion. Okay, maybe I need more caffeine. All right, so we need a pot, and we are going to make that pot from cinnamon cider ink. Hello, Verna Salcho. Thank you for watching today. I'm guessing you had rain yesterday since we have it today. It's a great day to stay inside and do some stamping. Isn't this cool? It gives all that shadowing effect. It's all in the stamp. I'm not doing anything special. And I want to... I gotta put my greeting pretty soon. Oh, shoot. I'm going to use garden green ink on these leaves. We're also going to use that in the Ladybug card. Which you're like, huh? Ladybug? Ladybug? Well, yeah, the Ladybug card has some, has a big green leaf. At least I think it does. If I remember the sample I finally settled on. Alright, there's that one, and now let's stamp this one. So it's kind of fun to be playing with all of these greens. We have so many greens. So green is Oops. We have Evening Evergreen out and Garden Green out. Played with Granny Apple Green the other day. Alright, let's pick a greeting. We have... I like this pretty thank you, and that's what I'm going with. If I can find it. Oh, that's lucky. Where's thank you? Oh, there. The big one in the middle. Alright, I did not bring a white block over. Okay. So I did go ahead and cut out. I believe that security system is about to be activated. They've just come to pick up the recycle. And I'm going to flag the left end of this with the banner, pick a banner punch. Sorry if my head is in the picture. That's pretty even. Okay, so, oh, there's one more stamping I didn't do. I want to stamp this guy in Evening Evergreen as well. And then we'll pull out the mini cut and emboss machine, which remember that's on sale this month, 20% off, so it is $48 instead of $60. There are all our leaves. Alright, now if I'm smart, before I start moving this around to make room for the cut and emboss machine, go ahead and clean these with my chamois. Your chamois just uses water. It comes pre-moistened, and then when it dries out, you just add water to it. Just rinse it, because it will pick up the color, as you can see, and you can transfer that to your hands, which I don't have to demonstrate that. I will quite naturally in a moment have ink everywhere. But that will clean your stamps. You don't need to use anything harsh on them. Alright, now for class purposes, I a lot of times pre-cut, die cut these pieces, and then we use the Stamparatus and a template to match up our pieces to position the stamp and get everything in its proper place. But I thought I would show you today the other way, which is to stamp first and then die cut. I'm going to blame the rain for my voice issue. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way because that will help my cut and emboss machine stay stable. The other thing that I can do for that is to put a silicone craft sheet underneath it. Now, where are my dies? Okay, so I'm actually using number 3, which is technically for the embossing folders, but it works really well for die cutting with this machine. Now the pot would be pretty simple just to cut with your scissors, so don't feel like you can't. We do not have anything to really hold that die in place, so if I stamp and then die cut, I usually use a little piece of Post-it tape to hold it in place. And crank this through. The Post-it tape I just get from Amazon. It's probably in the stores, but if you know anything about me, you know I don't really go into stores. The other guy on here is the 3-leaf. Right. So tomorrow I have that class at 11 o'clock Central Time, and it's going to be broadcast on YouTube Live, and then there'll be the replay that's posted to the blog and then posted to Facebook. But I'd love it if you join join live. That makes it a lot more fun when you are commenting and giving me guidance. The link has already been shared, and it will hopefully go out with the blog post this afternoon. You can subscribe to my blog. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's how that cuts out. Sorry, took that right off screen. Then it would be my great-grandmother's 128th birthday tomorrow. And, okay, I'm not going to talk about her and cry, but I could. She was such an important person in my life, and I thought it would be fun to have a little party for her tomorrow. So over in my group, I am going to have some things for sale. Some extra class kits that I've run across. Some of them even coordinate with the bundles that are on sale this month for 20% off. The Sweet as a Peach is a class I had last summer. I have some extras of that. So that's something that would be fun. We may have some games that we play. And of course, bonus entries for being festive with any St. Patrick's Day attire or shenanigans. And that will most likely be in the afternoon. If you're in the group and you have your notifications set to all notifications, then you will be notified by Facebook. If you are not in the group, just making sure I cut everything. If you're not already in the group, then drop a comment below and I'll make sure to help you find the group. It has the same name as the page that you are currently watching this on, if you're watching live. But it's a group, not a page. Why does that make a difference? Because Facebook is stupid. Now I said that out loud. Now Facebook's probably going to bump me. Stop my video. Okay, so let's see if we can put these pieces together now. So we have pieces that we've already been working with, and now we have these little guys. Now when this 5-leaf die cuts, it leaves a connector here, but if you snip this connector, then you can break this apart and add a little more dimension to your card. And that is what Celine suggested. So I'm going to snip it off, and then can you see what I'm doing? I'm just smoothing out the edges. And oh my gosh, I lost my greeting. Really? Oh, and it was so pretty, wasn't it? Well, we can stamp another one in a few minutes if I don't find it. There, oh, I see it. It's trapped. It's trapped between layers of blocks. All right. I am not any good at flagging the ends with scissors. I have some very talented friends that are, so I rely heavily on this punch because my paper just slides in and I want it really close. At least I think I do. And then I'll figure out the other end when I get it. So, and then remember, I always include a supply list, so you don't need to be trying to catch these as I put them down. All right, we're going to use this big heart, not the tiny one. The tiny one's pretty cute. But let's go ahead and use the big one. And down with a little dot of, oh my gosh, I have the Dippity Doo song singing and running through my head. Why? Haven't I lived long enough to forget that? So I want to see think if I put the, oops, stay still. Put the pot here and kind of figure out where the rest go. So we're going to kind of just layer like this. But we created that little slit so that we can bring these forward. Alright, so I'm going to put the pot down with a glue dot, kind of towards the bottom, the glue dot towards the bottom, so that I can tuck things behind it. I'm using my grid paper just to kind of position this. And now, come on. So this one's going to go first, and we're going to kind of pull that forward. So I'm only going to put glue again at the bottom. And then just let it go there. Hold it for just a second. Then this one, we're going to let tuck here. And I'm going to pull that up just a little. No, it's going to have to go behind if I want it. Okay. Now I lost my glue. Put it there. This is one of the harder parts of doing the lives. I'm trying to concentrate, which means I can't talk. And you all aren't here in person, so you can't fill up any of the dead space. So it just looks like a really full plant like that. And then that one's coming forward. You can even bend your leaves a little bit. And you could come back and add like a little mini glue dot there. So I've got a little mini glue dot, and I'm going to just add it right there. Can I not peel the back of it off? It would appear not. There, got it. Then let's tie a little white bow. Now this is retired baker's twine. There is twine in the Baker's Twine Essentials, and it includes white and all kinds of other fun colors too. This one was just handy on my desk, and so I've used it. In the supply list that I give you, I will include the one that is available. If there had not been an option for you to purchase, then I would not have included it at all. Twine sometimes wants to kind of roll around, and I've just balled up a glue dot to go there in the center of the little heart. Alright, now let's finish putting this little guy together. And all my glue should be set enough that I'm not at risk of things falling off. I think I have a box today coming, and I'm super excited because the new robot kit is in it. And next week I have some friends coming over to play with the kits, and so they get to see the robots. So I love the little nuts and bolts. In fact, I'm going to make a scrapbook page with the nuts and bolts over the weekend. All right, now I'm just going to cut this off. Yep, I did. I just cut that with my scissors. And I'm just going to stick it right there. So I'm going to put a glue dot down here at the end. Maybe two. Slide it in. See, the cool thing about working with horizontal patterns is they can even help me out getting it straight. Super cute. What do you think? Hello, Teresa. So I think that turned out super cute. So that was, yes, that was the project that Celine Kempton designed. Celine is in Boston. She sang to me on my birthday when we were on the Alaskan cruise. She's fabulous. And she taught me how to tie bows. So thank you, Celine. All right, let's move on and make a little ladybug card. I think the ladybugs are super cute. Get out of there. Find my sample. There's one that I really wanted to do, but it would take up too much time. So we're not going to do it today. Instead, we're going to do, I've already done some of the prep for us, so let me pull it out. But knock over a few things while I'm doing it. Okay, so first, we are using some paper from this is called Pattern Party Designer Series paper. There are 48 sheets, 48 12 by 12 sheets in this pack of paper. This is in the annual catalog. The one side is all bright colors, fun patterns, and the other side are all black and white patterns. So why am I sharing this again today? Because with a $150 order, you can use your host points, your Stampin' Rewards, to get this huge pack of paper that will last you forever. I'm trying to get there. So for $18. So if you had a $150 order, you could get this 48 sheet pack of paper for your host rewards. You'd have 15 host rewards, and then this would cost you $3. Okay, let's say that again. $150 in order. Select this with your Stampin' Rewards for $18. 15 of that is going to be free, covered in your Stampin' Rewards. You're going to go over by $3 and pay the $3 difference. Now keep in mind, again, 48 sheets. The normal 12 by 12 paper averages, what, $12 and has 12 sheets of paper. So roughly $1 a sheet. This 48 for $3. Okay, I'm not going to try and do that math. I'll just leave it out there to hang, and you can think about it. All right, I am going to cut this at 4 by 5.5. So you guys can ooh and ah over the value of that, and I mean, just amazing. So 4 by 5.25, so that is our layer, right? We are working with a black base, and I've already done some of the cutting for us. So I guess it was just my day. I found the base already cut in my stash, so, and it happens to be still a hot dog form. And then we've got a layer that is cut from the Stitched So Sweetly dies. And we're going to stamp on this first. Okay, well, I must find my Ladybug stamp set. The Ladybugs are in the mini catalog. So the big catalog, this is a little different than it has. It retires on May 2nd. So in a few weeks, I'm going to have copies of the new catalog. I get to see it next week. As a demonstrator, I get to see it early. I get to order from it early. I was going somewhere with this. Okay, so this retires May 2nd. The mini goes all the way till the end of June. That little heart that I just cut for our plant card is from the annual catalog Give It a Whirl dies, which are part of a bundle. And so I just want to say they're in this. So Plentiful Plants is in the annual catalog. The Give It a Whirl dies are in the annual catalog. And right now, I don't know if they're going to carry over to the new or not. So I will know next week. I can share with you next week. All right, back to my Ladybugs. My Ladybugs are on page 20 of the mini catalog. Right here, super cute. So there is a coordinating punch. You can make ladybugs, you can make bumblebees. So many talented people have done lots of really talented things. I'm sticking to ladybugs for right now. I need this little flower. I love that this is already, it's a 3-flower stamp. And then, must be this one. It's kind of funny the way the photopolymer stamps come now. It's a little tricky to see the greetings. Sometimes I've been stamping them over on this side and I just didn't get that far. Can use that this time. Oh, I need another. Okay. All right, I think those are our stamps. I don't need the E-block. Ah! I feel like they're running away with me. These are our colors for this one. Garden and Cinnamon Cider. Alright, so we are just going to stamp that flower first in this bottom corner. You guys are still managed to stay in camera, so cool. Stamp that down. It's a relatively solid image, so I'm going to give it just a second or two to make that transfer. Actually, it must be Celine Day, because Celine actually taught me that when you're stamping with solid images, there's something that you can say to help you know how long to hold it there. So the next bit of stamping that we do is also long, except for the greeting. Solid, I mean. So I'll teach you what she taught me. And we may just have to call this Celine Day. This is not a design that she shared. This was shared by Mary Bush. And okay, so flowers, greeting. Set this aside for a second. We're going to stamp on some scraps now. All right, start with the leaf in Garden Green. Now, cool with photopolymer, I can see what I'm stamping. All right, Michelle is great. Michelle is great. Michelle is great. Now, when you do this, you feel free to use your name. You don't have to use mine. That's not a requirement. But it is what Celine taught me that gives the image enough time to transfer. And I've got a little blip of something in there that I'm not worried about that. Then, okay, I want to see how this is going to go into my Ladybug punch. It is kind of handy to make a template. So I'm going to stamp my leaves right here. And then I'll cut that off and do the ladybug from the other side. Okay, just want to hold that like that so I can see. Okay, oh, there is another stamp I need. Filming a video just gives me an excuse to talk to myself. If you haven't figured that out. And then this ladybug is going to be kind of solid. And head down. Sometimes when I'm working with really something that I want really to come out dark, I don't know why that part of the ladybug is not taking ink. She is not. I might stamp this over and over, so I would use the Stamparatus so that I could stamp it and continue to stamp it to get it something really solid. But dang, that was a pretty good stamping one. Now let's punch out the wings. And so yeah, you turn your punch upside down when you're punching like this. Okay, so there are her wings. We'll come back and there's a stamp that goes in to fill those. I have a feeling I stuck my thumb in that black ink before it was completely dry. And of course I stamped that. I should have done that the other way. Oh, okay. Can y'all see what I'm doing? I'm afraid to look up. So there's some Ladybug wings that I can do again. But we need to add those little black dots. And we're going to fussy cut this out in a second. Fussy cutting means we're cutting it out with our scissors. We don't have a die for it. And okay, let's find the dots. So here are our dots. And they won't be difficult to position because we can see right through the stamp. Okay, but I might get my head in the, oh, I should probably turn it this way. That looks like it's going to line up a lot better. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. If that's a little off, it's because I can't see completely straight. I think it's off just enough to be cute. I'd always take a marker and fill that in if I didn't think so. The Stamparatus, the stamp positioning tool, is great for making sure you get things spot on where you want them. I just didn't pull it out today. I knew I wanted to give you 2 cards because the Ladybug card is a preview. This is not a card we'll be making next Tuesday, but we are going to make some Ladybug cards next Tuesday at the Tuesday Express class. And that is a class that is in person or can be to go. But you should sign up so that I know to have a kit reserved for you. The cost is $20 and you're going to make 4 cards, 2 of each, and you'll have a little goodie bag of product. So, but it's at 2 o'clock on Tuesday at my studio. Some people call that my dining room table. So even fussy cutting, this is not too bad. You just want to leave, don't try to cut all the way to the image for this purpose. That white edge is part of it. Alright, I haven't cleaned anything up yet. I do have a white layer to go on the inside. I just have misplaced it for a moment. And look at this blue, isn't that gorgeous? That's the other side of this pattern. We used this paper for bingo many months ago with the Biggest Wish stamp set. They were gorgeous, gorgeous cards. And actually, glad bingo came to mind because there is bingo next Thursday night using the New Horizons bundle. And that bundle is back in stock. So if you want to get the bundle, it is available. If you'd like to play bingo with us, it is super fun. The prizes are gift certificates towards whatever is on your wish list from the current catalog. And there, then. Oh shoot, I bent the antenna. And whatever. Oh my gosh, how stinking cute is she? Alright, and if I want one layer on the leaves, I think that one is going to stick out. Okay, let's just leave it like that for a sec. And these lines are not straight. I have no chance of getting this down straight. I'm not even worried about peeling that middle dimensional. Gosh, that's another Celine tip is because that's just there for support. Actually, that might be an Ange McKay tip. But it's Celine Day, so Celine gets credit. Alright, now let's see if we put her on. Yep, and her backside is going to hang off. So I'm going to put a stack of dimensionals down here to match the depth. Because there's one under her, one here. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but this way her bottom is not dragging. And I'm going to get this out of the way because I'm covering it up. And then we need some black dots, which I have. Oh my gosh, what did I do with them? Okay, hold on. They are over here. In there. There they are. See, I knew I just had to pick up a couple of things. All right, black dots. These are the matte black dots. They're in the annual catalog, so they could be on the retiring list. So if some of these are your favorites, don't wait. The host code is showing above, and if you use that host code, you will qualify. There's an ordering special that goes along with tomorrow's class, and you could get a card kit for free with a $35 purchase. So there's our Ladybug card. Yes, there needs to be an inside layer because nobody's going to be able to see what you write, and it is over there on the corner. This is our plant card. So we have played in the dirt today, right? We've been very spring-like. Thanks so much for watching today. This will be on the blog, which is michellesalcho.com, and hopefully I'll get that out in email today. So if you subscribe to the blog, it should hit your email box. If you don't subscribe, then you'll need to go out to michellesalcho.com to find it there with a supply list and details of all the other things that I attempted to remember to share today. So have a very blessed day, everybody, and I will see you again maybe tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.